The world's #1 Fizz, Mango Fish, back on the Chinese Super Server, tearing it up. 1200 LP at the moment. Playing into an Ahri matchup here. Fizz in the meta is hard to play but rewarding. It's probably one of the best snowballers in the game. Great champion for smurfing with, like Kiana. This Fizz can take over the games. The first 3 levels are your most important. You need to be able to try and hustle out some solo kills against these players, okay? You need to watch Mango Fizz play these early matchups and just see what he does against these picks. The problem with Fizz as he goes for the E trade, and this is he's level 1 by the way, and it's not the best trade. We poke Ahri out a little bit, but we're gonna have to wait for level 2. Problem with Fizz and why Mango Fish struggled to hit Challenger recently. With the introduction of Vex into the mid lane pool, it is so hard to play Fizz. You can't, if you blind pick Fizz guys and the enemy picks, so Mango used to ban things like Ryze, like Lissandra, now you have to get rid of Vex. So it kind of opens up the pool to be countered a lot more and it makes a lot of his matchups very difficult. But with the introduction of Ahri, not a bad matchup. More players playing things like Talia mid. As we E over the skill shot, we land onto the charm. Still have QW ignite, and gets the kill. Cheeses like that. So you just completely trade with them the first few levels, guys. As soon as they get to half health, you just all in. Sometimes you'll need to burn flash. That Ahri overstepped. And it kind of seems like the Fizz is in trouble. But the Fizz is always going to win out with the passive, with the W, electrocute, ignite. You're not really going to lose any of these 1v1s in the early game, even if you're very low health against a mage. Because you can dodge a lot of their skills, right? We head back. We'll get a Dark Seal. Always Dark Seal. We'll get a Sweeper, I'm predicting. What's the ward? Yes. Sweeper, yes. Boots as well. And I think with the introduction of how OP Talia is at the moment in the patch, I think, like when I versed Mango Fish, when I played my Talia, I died 15 times because if he lands his R, you're dead. If he E's over your W, you're dead. It's a very difficult matchup to play out. As his team slowly falls behind. The Fizz into Ahri matchup, in my opinion, I honestly think it's Ahri. A good Ahri should beat a good Fizz, in my opinion. Maybe Ahri has a little bit less damage early, but once you get ultimate, you should never be dying. Wait for the skill shots from Fizz and just play it correctly. Ahri's still one of the strongest. Even after the nerfs, Ahri is one of the strongest picks in the meta. You saw Showmaker spamming it recently to rank 1. Ahri gets push. 5 kills to 1. The 1 is only Mango solo. And the biggest difference that I've found for Mango is usually his CS per minute. A lot of Fizz mains can get the solo kills, they can get the mechanics, but they can't get the macro, they can't get the decision making. As we get the amp tome, usually he tries to get a double amp tome by now, and then he looks for that level 6 all in. No, you can't, as a mage, you can't survive double amp tome Fizz R all in. You will die. If he lands everything, you're dead, 100-0. The key is hitting level 6 first. I'm wondering if he will. He's had two bases. They weren't too bad. He's in instantly into the queue. That's a nifty little trade. He's 6 off this wave, guys, by the way. The cannon wave at 540 should be level 6. He chunks her slightly, and he'll be looking for the ultimate to stick as soon as he gets 6. 6 off this wave if he's in. He's in. 6 instantly. Ahri R's. Oh. And then Nidalee comes through. If that R hit, dead. Correct. He can still get a solo, though. Look for the 1v2. Kha'Zix hovering topside. Mango really wants to go. He gets charmed instantly. E. Doesn't quite land. Kha'Zix caught out in the river. I don't think they're going to be able to get anything. And you can just see the thought processes there if you want to be playing this Fizz pick. I definitely think watching these VODs is going to help you a lot because Fizz is a great champion, but If you can't survive those first 5 levels and go even with your opponent or cheese some early kills, you're not going to make this champion work. Anyone can play late game Fizz with a bunch of items. R, Q, E, Hourglass, you one-tap everything, right? It's about the first 5 levels. As he DCs from the game. This always happens in China, by the way. I don't know what it is. People just DC for like 20 seconds and they come back in. There's something to do with like, I don't know what it is, man. It happens all these Chinese players. It might be something to do with VPNs or, I don't know. But one thing I noticed from playing on the super server is people just DC all the time. And then they come back 10 seconds later and keep playing like it's normal. We get the double, but it's always strategic. It's strategic ones. Like it's not in a team fight, right? They go to base and then they DC and come back. So we hit level 6 here, guys. Double amp tome, like I said, he has the 100-0 capabilities, and you'll probably see him look for a roam if he can't get a solo. It's a sweeper. Very important that we sweep. And now we look for the kill. Bot lane. 3 people. If he can land his R, it's going to be... This is just going to be absolute mayhem. R. Does it stick? It sticks to the Kai'Sa. Goes in. One taps Nidalee. Wants to try and kill the Kai'Sa. Pops the Ignite. Doesn't want anyone to take it. He's got Dark Seal, guys. So if he's able to get 3 kills here, it is over. Triple kill here for Mango. And he just makes it look so easy. The decision making... The lane always feels like there's pressure on the enemy. There's going to be a solo kill. As soon as he shoves, there's any downtime, bot lane roam. Don't roam top. The game is won through bot these days. We all know this. Instantly roam bot. Dive them if you have to. This is the best diver. And we're going to start making our way towards the Ludens. I don't know if a lot of people have watched all my Mango Fish videos, but he used to do it in an Hourglass rush. Right? He'd used to rush Lucidity Boots, Fiendish Codex, and then go Hourglass and dive with the active, right? He doesn't do that anymore. He rushes Ludens. He instantly wants that flat pen. And you can see this wave clear just getting so clean for Mango. And he'll farm 10 per minute from here on out, by the way. Which is just something that people struggle with on Fizz. They get 20 kills, but they average 5 CS per minute. I'd rather get 10 kills than get 10 CS per minute. You're going to have more items late. Darius overextends with doubles. Ooh. Let's see how he plays it. QW. Tries to wait for the cooldowns. E. Darius gets on top. Gets ulted. Q's in. No, doesn't. Just gets the assist. Honestly, pretty close to dying. But he has enough for the Ludens here. Gets the Ludens. And it feels so clean. I see Fizz, some Fizzes try and go Proto Belt for some reason. Don't go Proto Belt Fizz these days, guys. It's a Ludens rush. I see you've got to try and look for a Q. If you can get a QR, no, can't quite get it. You can always animation cancel your R with your Qs. As we've finally maxed E, and this is just... So you're 78 at 10, it's decent, it's not crazy. Kha'Zix finds the RE, should be able to get it with 1 Q, thank you very much, that makes our life so easy. And now it's a plate time. If anyone tries to stop him from getting plates, they'll die. He's daring Nidalee, please come. On auto onto all the front line, and then you put the E, you'll clear the whole wave. Bam. You don't go low mana. How easy is this? And he'll probably still look for a dive. I'm wondering who's going to come. REB here in 5 seconds. He's just having a field day on these plates. Uses the W for the reset. And Fizz is such a cool champ. I don't know why people... Dude, I have played 700 games in Korea. I have versed Fizz once on my entire trip. I don't know why no one plays Fizz in high elo. I'm guessing it has to do with like the mid lane matchups and the meta. It must be very difficult to do. I don't see many Kiana mids anymore either. Everyone's kind of given up on it. They just play meta mages like Zoe and Vex. Yone. Honestly kind of boring. You just have to try and respect the Nidalee. She's getting full control. 1900 gold. We're going to head back. 7 stacks on the Dark Seal. Lucidity Boot Medjai's could be done. Let's see. Medjai's into Lucidity Boots. Oh, baby. And this is where things get very snowbally. If Fizz wins the next skirmish, gets 25 stacks, the game's done, right? The game already feels very at least it's in your control to carry it. QR. E gets the kill. Now looking for another one. Gets the assist. They do get the tower. And we're at 13 stacks. And that's going to make Fizz feel so much smoother. You're going to be moving. You get extra movement speed when you get over 10 stacks on the Medjais. We can farm 10 per minute from here because we know how to clear waves. Just like that. And these one tricks make these champions just look and feel so smooth. You watch Beifang, you watch Mango Fizz, the champion just looks so clean, but then you play it and it feels awkward. Because your tempo is slightly behind. If you get behind on tempo, you can't one-shot these waves. For 120 CS. And as I said, I've already said, like, the biggest difference is his farming capabilities. If you can't farm correctly, you're never going to have correct consistency in the game. You're not going to have a steady power spike of items as you go. You're going to be coin flipping on 1v1s and kills to get you that gold lead. As the jungler goes question mark ping. I'm just going to... Shut up. I'm going to carry, buddy. Gets the stopwatch. And now we're going to head into the Hourglass. So it is kind of like it is the new build. Ludens into Hourglass. Because he was even still doing that before the Mythics. Kha'Zix inhales the Ahri. Oh, that smells nice. As we hit the R, looking for the Darius now. We E. Have to stopwatch. We should be able to get the Darius. Oh. And that's the risk that we play. Darius has the more. We didn't notice it. We went for the one tap. Doesn't work. Now the monkey trying to make it work. Doesn't get pulled. He has Divine Sunder. Oh my god. And this game just got bloody interesting. 5-1, but it's 16-13 total score. It's Wukong. I feel bad for the guy. He gets the Nidalee kill. Not bad. It's crazy the difference in meta between Chinese Super Server and Korea, by the way. In China, man, like every single game, you have a Darius, you have Wukong, Mordekaiser, Aatrox. These type of champions are just picked every game. You never see champions like Gangplank. Their bot lane is always Kai'Sa. I don't know why in China they prefer Kai'Sa. I see it so much more than champions like Samira. I don't know why. Also in Korea, it's the polar opposite. Up into the side lane. The problem is matching into this Darius is going to be so hard for him, right? And going 1-for-1 is never going to be worth because we have the Medjai stacks. As Darius moves in, R lands. He's going to look for it. No more. Trying to hold his E for the Darius abilities. And he does. More comes through. Should be able to get the... And our entire lead has gone. 2 risky 1v1s into the Darius. Both times gets outplayed and dead. Not even that he's outplayed. It's just Darius is too far ahead here. And I don't know what to tell you guys. I think this is a good lesson for you all. It doesn't matter how far ahead you are. You have to respect the enemy champions and items. And Mango, this is quite embarrassing. We're going to have to try and leave base with 0 stack Medjais. something that I'm very common with. I'm banned from buying Medjais, if you didn't know. I've put a self-ban on me buying Darkseal and Medjais. Because every time I get Darkseal, I get the stacks and I say, wow, this is a good time for Medjais. I buy it, instantly go to 0. Every time. I don't know if I'm cursed. I don't know what happens. But it just doesn't align with who I am as a person. So I'm banned from the item. And a lot of you guys should be banned as well. R gets flash. That's massive. 5-minute cooldown for only 50. Fizz ultimate, 50-second cooldown. How crazy is that? As Darius coming through. Man, this guy's playing so confident. Is it confident or is it cockiness? We'll find out. As Wukong finds a brilliant ultimate. He wants to try and get the Darius first. One of the bounty doesn't quite get it. Kha'Zix moves in, looking for the Ahri now. Can we get it? I don't know if we want to try and burn the flash. Charm lands. Spear lands. And man, that just wasn't part of the plan, man. Ultimate up in 10 seconds. I think we've got to run. Ahri gets the ult resets, by the way. We have flash. Oh my god. We have ult here. R. Please, Kha'Zix. Oh my god. We E in. Nidalee flash. Flash for flash. Kha'Zix gonna keep eating this up. He wants to move in. Realistically, it's not that bad because he gets this kill after he dies. You get the 4 stacks Medjais now. And gets the hourglass. Now, next item is usually death cap. But that is only when we are snowballing with the Medjai stacks. Because the combination of the AP amplification. So tempo, honestly, was really far ahead. Now I feel a little bit behind. Enemy Kai'Sa has 10 kills with the collector. But I love watching Mango play. I feel like we've got a good... I feel like I have a pretty good knowledge of all the one-tricks in the world. I'm always trying to find new one-tricks and bring them to light, like, and just showcase them on my channel. I'm really passionate about players who just invest their life into one champion. It's kind of cool. You guys ever find one-tricks that you think are the best in the world? Let me know. Obviously, people like Z99. You got Beifang. You got P Zhang on the Yasuo Yone. You got me on Talia. Like, just the best of the best. That's all it is. Drop into the side lane once again. Kind of spooky up here. And I feel like this build just gives you more utility than going something like... People go Protobelt Lichbane, but it feels like if you don't get the one tap, you're trash. This build gives you the mana. It gives you the hourglass. It gives you the haste. It gives everything that the kit needs. As he wants his team not to fight here. If his team simply doesn't fight, he's going to get such a good map lead. As they'll just pile drive his base. Darius still going forward. Gets more cooldown reduction. As we E in, Darius goes down. R looking to land, hits the Ahri, comes through. Ahri gets one tap. Now all eyes on the Leona, come through. Ignite into the Q. Don't even need it. Apparently you can E over that wall, huh? And now we're hunting the Nidalee. That just happened. Practice tool is your best friend to practice these E's. I did not even know you could do that first wall. I knew you could do the second wall, but then he failed it. I've never seen Mango... I almost never see Mango fail these walls. He must have just been a little bit rushed. Just slightly in the wrong spot. As it's curious, he has another Fiendish Codex. I'm guessing that's for Lichbane, right? Interesting he doesn't go for something like the Death Cap or the Void. Wants to try and one-tap the squishies. So Lichbane did get a slight buff, by the way. It's actually not that. It used to be a pretty bad item cost efficiency-wise. But nowadays, it's actually not that bad. The only problem with Lichbane is it's hard to fit in your build. Because every build realistically needs a Void Staff and a Death Cap if you want max damage. You feel, especially in late game, you don't have enough. And this build is not, there's not enough room. You don't have to sell either Medjai's or Hourglass. Good reaction time on that Nidalee Spear. I wish we saw more Fizz in pro play, bro. It's such a shame that we don't. And I don't think I honestly don't think we ever will again. I know that's a big thing to say, but I just don't think we're ever going to see Fizz in pro play again. It capitalizes on players who aren't confident and simply just bad players, right? Goes over. Say, hey, what's up, guys? And he's back through. He really wants to head back for Lich Bane. You can feel it. Brings his team back. Grabs the Lich Bane, grabs the control. And as always, and this is what happens in China and Korea, you can't actually... It feels like you can't get side lanes and you can't base because your team will always fight, even without numbers. They'll just fight. As everybody goes in and dies, and just making his life a nightmare. As the R lands on the Kai'Sa, he's going to look for this. E, Q, gets exhausted, still has the Hourglass. Hourglass is the Darius E. And he's going to have to try and get out of here. Q, E. He might actually look for the kill here. Doesn't want to risk it. His whole team's wiped. As he looks for the reset. Oh, this game's tight. In order to win, has to one-tap the Kai'Sa, I think. No exhaust on Kai'Sa anymore, though. And this is where the game really starts to become so fun for Fizz. Darius has the more... And I'm banned off Fizz. I banned myself off Fizz like 3 or 4 years ago. Because every single game I played it, no matter the lead I get, I lost. And that's if I got a lead. In the early game, I'd look for the 1v1, I'd just lose it. But almost 16. Looking for the picks in the side lane. We know that sweeper is essential for these type of picks. Never forget your sweeper or control wards. As he looks, look at the stopwatches, guys. Enemy team has 4 stopwatches and Anathema's chain. Is it Anathema's chain? I don't think it's the chain, is it? As he's spotted, Leona goes through. E, gonna use it very defensively. R goes through the fadeaway, hits Leona. Gonna bring her very low. And this could actually be the perfect fight for him. Instead, Ahri ults through and he's not able to get anything done. Man, this game just feels impossible. And it really does show the problem with some of these like one-tap assassins because... And imagine what's going to happen next patch when players get even more unkillable. That's why champions like Azir and Cassio next patch are going to be so strong, bro. Maybe even something like Victor with Leandry is going to be getting a high win rate bump. R up in 4. He's in. Flashes. One taps Kai'Sa. Holy shit, that was aggressive. We have ultimate. E. Perfectly timed. That gonna be a quad. And these are the plays that you need to do to carry on Fizz. If you're not confident enough to do a play like that, get out of the kitchen. You can't make it work. We run down mid here. 25 minutes, which means you can't end, remember? He farms it. Should be a Void Staff. It's going to make bursting that Darius so much easier. But if he has enough for Death Cap, I'm kind of concerned he's going to go for it. He's going for the Death Cap, isn't he? And do you see how he doesn't waste his time just pushing waves with his team? He goes and farms all the You get so much more individual gold from doing this. And you'll see players like Chovy, they always do this type of style where they don't just sit on their team sharing crap. They play by themselves a lot of the time, soaking resources. As he's looking to the next fight, which is going to be the Dragon. 45 seconds until Infernal. I'm pretty sure he's going to look for a Death Cap Elixir or something crazy. As he's 250 farm at 26. 100 CS lead. What's the buy? What's the buy, boss man? Death Cap. Elixir. 830 AP full build. Now you can sell boots for Cosmic Drive, by the way. Technically, that's full build. As you, I feel really bad for what's going to happen. Oh, well done. Good dodge. I feel bad for what's going to happen to anyone who gets close to Fizz. He just insta-Rs. Doesn't actually work. I think this teamfight wasn't played correctly. As we're going to try and get onto the Nidalee, Hourglass comes through. I think he just gets one tap. Goodbye, Nidalee. E goes through. Going to one tap the Ahri now. Into the Hourglass. And we have to make our way out. Darius gets the kill. And is he going to be end the game? Nautilus in 10, Wukong in 15. I don't think he can end. Not quite. I think he wants to try and get rid of this Hourglass. Sorry, this Medjai's for Void if he could. Enemy team has too much magic resist. He just buys another elixir, says fuck it. This Baron fight is where it's at. And you can see he went for the R and the Darius kind of slow, but Leona tanked it. And by doing that, it didn't get as much distance and it didn't do very much, did it? Not big zone control that we were expecting. As we come back with 80 less AP, poor guy. Darius, stopwatch more. Stopwatch Ahri, stopwatch Nidalee. Stopwatch used for Kai'Sa now. Makes things a little bit easier. Flash up in 30 seconds. He really wants a pink ward in the pit. Always mid lane wave, guys, and then objectives, okay? Please don't just rush into the objective like an idiot. Having this mid lane wave gives you so much better presence in the game. Because they've started it, and he's looking for a unique flank. He's going to throw his R, and it's going to land onto the Ahri. Ahri's going to get one. He just ignores the Ahri. He knows Ahri's one-tapped. Going to try and find the Nidalee. Has flash. Going to E back onto Nidalee. Thank you very much. Looks now for the Darius. Comes through. Thank you, mate. He's going to run through for the base. 30 minutes in. He has Lichbane. He can end. Doesn't hesitate for Baron. Doesn't hesitate for anything. Instantly runs mid. This is... If it's 30 minutes and you get an ace, this is what you do. You instantly run mid, guys. Don't... I'm sick of players. There's so many games in low elo where you guys think you can't end, but you can. Push the fucking limits and learn. And that's going to be it for today's review, gentlemen. Go and pick up Fizz. Give this champion a go in ranked. I guarantee you're going to have the most fun in your life if you pop off. If you don't, you're going to be depressed and you're not going to do any damage. Until next time, boys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.